Some people believe your story is already written the moment you were born. They look at where you came from, how much money your family had, how many problems surrounded your childhood, and they quietly decide, yeah, that person probably isn't going very far. But every once in a while, someone shows up and proves the whole world wrong. Not with excuses, not with anger, but with faith, grit, and a refusal to quit. And today, you're about to hear one of those stories. Picture this for a moment. A small house in Wisconsin. The year is 1970. It's not a mansion, not a place where life was easy. This was a house packed with struggle, packed with noise, packed with survival. And inside that house, 21 kids. Yeah, you heard that right. 21. Now, imagine being born into that situation. Not the first child, not the fifth, but the 19th. By the time you arrive, the cupboards aren't exactly overflowing. The world isn't handing out opportunities. Life feels like a hill. You're already halfway down it before you even learn how to walk. For a lot of people, that would have been the end of the story. Poverty, broken systems, hardship stacked on hardship. Most people would look at these circumstances and say, well, that's just the way life is. But here's the thing about some people. They hear what the world says about them, and they decide that the world doesn't get the final word. Lamar Hunter grew up surrounded by challenges that would break most people. Loss, pain, moments where quitting probably felt easier than trying again. But somewhere along the way, something inside him refused to die. Call it faith, call it resilience, call it stubborn belief that God didn't just create him just to survive, but to rise. While life kept throwing storms his way, Paul kept walking forward, step by step, and eventually that same kid, the 19th child in a family of 21, did something a lot of people said probably wouldn't happen. He graduated with a degree in business administration from Upper Iowa University, and that was only the beginning, because Paul didn't just overcome his past. He turned into a message powerful enough to be featured in a Binding magazine, to be heard on platforms like Travis Smiley, Tom Droyer, and Fox and Friends. And eventually, he wrote his story down for the world to see in a book called No Love, No Charity, The Success of the 19th Child. But here's the real reason this conversation matters. Not because of the headlines, not because of the interviews, not even because of the book. It matters because there are people listening right now who feel like life stacked the deck against them. Maybe you grew up in chaos. Maybe you were told you wouldn't make it. Maybe it's someone convinced you your beginnings determines your ending. But Lamar Hunter's story proves something powerful. Your past may explain you, but it doesn't own you. Your beginnings may shape you, but it does not get the final word of your story. So today, we're talking about faith in the middle of hardship. How a person survives growing up as one of 21 kids. How pain can become purpose. And why no matter where you're starting life, your future is still being written. So take a breath, lean in, and press play. Because this is the story of Lamar Hunter. And trust me, you're going to want to